Alright, what's up everyone? I decided today I was going to talk a little bit about the boomers. I was responding to Hidden Amaraka's video, and look, I know lately they've been getting a lot of hate. I mean, just a lot of hate. To say that they are getting hate is, well, it's beyond an understatement. They've been getting way too much hate, and to be fair, a lot of it is, well, it's deserved. Because everything in life is deserved. I mean, look, I'm a millennial here. I'm actually a mid-millennial, or a late millennial, I guess. And, you know what? Even as a millennial, I'm saying that yes, us millennial get what we deserve from the boomers. I mean, if anything, us millennials, and especially the early and late millennials, I mean, we were the ones blaring up that gangster rap about, you know, shoot that motherfucker, fuck that hoe, rob somebody. And, you know, funny enough, I heard something about Tucker Carlson talking about how boomers just like to use cliches and, you know, these platitudes. And so when you grow up with them, and, you know, I just generally grew up around a lot of narcissists. Not necessarily boomer narcissists, just narcissists in general. That being narcissists of all age groups and categories. Albeit the worst were, you know, I would say younger women between the ages of, I'll just say, 25 to 36. Sometimes a bit older. And of course the boomers, both of them, men and women alike. So I decided, well, we gotta diagnose this. So first of all, I'm not saying that, you know, they're just sadistic. I mean, let's not jump conclusions. Let's, you know, play on the end of plausible deniability. And if you play in plausible deniability, it turns out that they're, I mean, I guess they're not sadistic. Are they narcissistic? You know, I don't want to believe that, but there's way too many things lining up with narcissism. Way too many things. You know, like I said, boomers, I mean, they created the best rappers in the world. And the reason being is, you know, when you talk to these boomers, they talk in cliches and platitudes. And you gotta talk back to them in cliches and platitudes before they cut you off. That's just how it is, you know, it's a rap battle, so the boomers created the best generation of rappers on the planet. And then we just kind of gave that over to Gen Z and Gen Alpha. You know, say what you will, but that's a pretty good gift they gave us. Of course, they hate that fucking music, but whatever. Now we're looking at the astrology. Well, what do we see? We see Saturn in Leo, Virgo, and with some overlap in Libra. That's a lot of narcissism in there. Virgo is, you know, the Virgo was trying to nitpick and trying to pick apart the society and, you know, getting rid of what's wrong. Libra is about justice. And, well, you know, Leo, that's the identity, the I am. That's more Aries, but still, you know. The I am of Leo, the Lion of Judah. You know, the lion itself. And as, you know, boomers are, hey, look, late 50s and 80s. There you go. You know, Leo, that's service. And so to say that the boomers don't have any sense of morality, I mean, they do. It's just that, you know, it's just that their morality is wrong. And I dropped my phone like that. Jeez Louise. It's just that their morality is wrong. I'm kidding. It's not wrong. It's just different. You know, like I said, there's a plus and a minus to everything. I mean, the pluses are they produce some pretty badass millennials. I mean, we know how to spit lyrics. We know how to dunk. And that's because, you know, we learn from the best. As far as narcissism go, well, I mean, you know, millennials have become some of the greatest empaths on the earth. And why is that? Because the boomers. They showed us their narcissism. They showed us their true colors. And funny enough, you know, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are, you know, the vocal and the visual manifestation of this boomer mentality. They just put it out in the open. And so Donald Trump didn't just expose himself. He doesn't just talk shit for himself, or he's not just the one talking shit. No, he got everybody to expose themselves. I mean, Donald Trump, he's kind of the great exposer. He just uncovered everyone's dirty laundry, threw it out in the open. And a lot of that dirty laundry is, you know, it's just hate, anger, resentment, bitterness. He put it out there. All the plausible deniability, it's going away. And you can see that with some of the recent wars that we've been involved in. The most recent one being with, you know, Venezuela. Mind you, you know, Ukraine, Israel, and the rest of the world, Iran, they're still kicking it off, kicking stuff off. And well, they've showed us that the pretext doesn't matter. The justification doesn't matter. It's all just, you know, getting what you want. And I'm not going to be a doomer here, but, you know, what's going to happen when the boomers lose everything? I mean, they're eventually going to croak, right? What's going to happen then? We shall see. Now, I want to, you know, end this off with, I hope the best for the boomers. I hope the best for the rest of society as is. And I also know that whatever is to come is to come. I have to accept it as is. All we can do as practitioners and as people who have the knowledge and operate in the arts, all we can do is stay silent and weather the storm as the rocks we are and as the wild beasts we are. We are the fixed signs, the Aquarians, the Taurians, the Scorpions, and the Lions. Well, that'll be it. We are the knowledge, the rock, the inextinguishable fire, and the uncover of truth, the deep dark mysteries that lay within. That's who we are, because we're magicians, we're hermits, witches, and pagans. I'm not going to lie, some of you witches out there, you neo-pagans, you need to get your act together. Some of you so-called Kabbalists and Satanists need to do the same shit. Some of you calling yourselves Christian, using God's name in vain, Christian or not, well, you know, using the Lord's name in vain. You gotta be careful with that shit. Well, that'll be it for now. Take care.